Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Jerry says, fuck off. Hello, lads. Oh, great. Skype has chosen to not be here. Grand. Hold my can of tuna.
Not be.
Burp.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello. Can you people hear me and see us?
What wank is this?
Oh, people can hear and see us. That's grand.
Well, that's good for some people. Apparently, I have to fucking log back into Twitch again via fucking increased security. Fuck off, cunts. All I want to do is post links and say not so much like Trent Alexander-Arnold, mate, more like Big Verge staring daggers at Trent after he fucked up on Sunday.
Hello, Inokovic, Demon Sub, Dutch, Stanley, Jill, Ewok, Kebab, Crispin,
I
Hazy
can hear
Boy.
me perfectly. If that's any help.
Did I miss anybody? I hope not. If I did, I'm sorry. Yeah, I needed to turn you up because the desktop audio was still set on Christmas music levels.
Christmas music levels?
Yes. I was actually thinking about having a nice brown lemonade today. Yep. But instead, we will go with the usual.
Should you all come round my house? I don't think so. Maybe you'll come round my house. There's nothing for you here.
Nothing to see.
My
Good.
favourite part of the big Christmas, let's look at what's people who complain about my camera work when I'm filming a fucking Let's Play or taking photographs. None of the cunts could get their fucking shelves in frame. Never mind to actually see what the fuck they were looking at.
Well, Redverse, and Dave.
So,
Yeah, and the way,
who's the best?
as many other people have stated, the way Lloyd did his showing off, I got seasick.
Oh, Squeaky was great. I mean, it's not like they don't all have access to tripods and stuff. If I could fucking manage it, and I've got no room in this bastard room, then they could certainly manage it.
Talking about this here tool. See?
Yeah,
Even I!
he's
Even
got one.
I!
Where are my glasses? Stop me squinting at this screen like some sort of half-blind mad old bastard.
Nobody wants to do that.
Oh, you got some sort of star behind you.
Yes,
Are you Jesus?
that's a funny thing about
Or
that.
Brian.
Last year, so New Year's 2023, 24, there was an electric firework at Aldi to be had.
Mm.
And I said, oh, pretty much, yes, give me that. Just to have fireworks within the room without exploding anything.
Oh, it's doing like a Catherine wheel and shit like that.
Yeah.
Presumably, it doesn't look as fritzy in real life because it'll have a similar thing to the shutter speed of the camera.
Yeah, and it's also a bit too bright. And there's one going down very far.
Yes.
It's cycling mode. So let's see. Can I get?
Wow, it's just like being at a fireworks display.
Oh yeah, this isn't the fireworks mode. This is it has so many different modes.
What do you call a Catherine wheel in Germany? The ones I'm talking where it spirals out.
Oh, you won't like that.
Might.
Sonnenrad.
Unless it's a TIG killer. I probably wouldn't like
sun
that.
wheel.
Alright, that's fine. I've got sun wheels all over the place here.
Where's
Got them on
that
the
damn
my
mode I want to show off?
Norse.
Bloody hell. No, that's not it.
Hey!
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's it.
Kablam.
Go bam. Hang on, I'll turn off the big light.
Put the big light off. See, just like being at a fireworks display. Although, I'm not looking at it there, so I don't know if there's any delay in my sound. Who knows? Who knows?
Only monsters have the big light on.
Yep.
Well,
Yes,
you're
indeed.
not wrong. Let's go back to auto.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh yes, Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and New Year, Christmas.
Gerald Kwanzaa. The
Whatever.
potential centre-back for Liverpool. You need to play a bit better, but to be fair, with Joe out, you might be getting a few runs. I didn't realise. I suppose we need to keep him sweet.
Oh, he doesn't have Trump in his background. That fellow has way more hair than Trump.
That's my Trump, and then this is the actual president. Apartheid Clyde, as everybody calls him. I don't have white privilege, he said. What has white privilege ever got me? Your father owned a fucking emerald mine in South Africa. That's what your fucking white privilege got you, cocksucker.
I'm not sure if this is picking up. Can you?
Is it a white frame?
Yeah.
With a Death Star? The second Death Star, in fact, is it?
No, not really. Just it's.
Oh, it's Tattooed, Twin Sons.
Yeah, my wife made that for me for Christmas.
Sweet. Later
Only
on, I shall link you Twin Sons of Tatooine by, I think, Damien Rice.
I
Somebody's
ordered
done a paper cutout version of the music video. It's good.
I ordered some appropriate LED strips to put in the frame because the paper is a wee bit too thick. Hence, it doesn't look as good as it should. Top drums or farty drums?
I think Elon is possibly topping Trump. So I imagine that would make Trump be a bit farty these days. A bit slack, a bit loose down there.
Hey there, people, I'm Bobby Brown. This is going to get us demonetized.
One of Diddy's parties just to get his hand on all that fucking lube.
Jeff Bezos will cut us.
Yeah, well, we all know Jeff wants to kill someone.
I'm pretty sure he has.
In
some capacity.
It's hard target, isn't it? Jean-Claude Van Damme. He just wants to be Lance Henriksen from that, where he just stalks poor people with a big gun. If you can escape with the money belt, you get to keep the money. Otherwise, you get killed.
The new Mr. Hanky. Hello, children. He saw Hostel 1 and 2 as business ideas. Oh, fucking hell. Talking about a movie that's leaving an impression. Hostel 1 caught me cold. That's... I didn't
Eli
expect
Roth, isn't it?
that.
I've never seen it.
It's gory.
Did he do The Cabin? Might have done.
Yeah, I mean, it's some guy gets his Achilles heel cut. A young lady runs around with her eyeball dangling around.
Right. Oh.
Jumping in front of the train, getting exploded.
That's more fun, to be fair. It's just, what do they call it? Torture porn.
Yes, no, but the
Cabin
actual
fever.
hostel is renting people for torture porn, but the movie is more of a gore movie.
All right. Well.
Though it actually is not just blood after blood after blood. There is some kind of storytelling and tension in it, so there's an actually movie in there.
That makes it something of a rarity.
Yep.
Considered most of the things don't have any stories to go with them. Wacky fun.
It starts slow and is very nice, and then all of a sudden he wakes up tied to a chair and someone coming around going, yeah, I'm going to cut you in thin slices.
Missing a kidney. Good times. Like going to get a gastric band in Turkey.
Torture porn is Confessions of a Window Cleaner. What?
Confessions of a Window Cleaner was one of the best of the Confession series, I think you'll find. It was the high watermark. There were some terrible films. Essentially softcore porn, but made in the 70s. But with the British cinema style of Carry On, sort of slapstick humor. So,
we had those in Germany as well.
Yeah, it's a heady mix of titillation.
There was actually
terrible acting.
Movies made called something along the lines of doing sing and dance in lederhosen, which is just oh, I'm having PTSD. Oh. Oh god.
Wonder what part of Eastern Europe he ended up in, and how many people he ended up in. Just sell him in parts. Yep, liver, kidneys, heart, the whole 9 yards. Anyway,
do we have something to look at today?
Probably do.
I think.
I imagine so.
If you want horror from Asia, listen to their third album.
Oh dear. I would go with that as a start.
Let's see. Is this all crashing down? Now it's still working. Nice!
Hey, look at that. Look at us go.
Kev 7. Doing all the lovely bits
call him.
on the halos. Why is it even called Halo? None of the characters have a halo. It's false Mac advertising.
I can't even be arsed making a joke. So anyway, he did the board way last year with the
Have I
idea
failed you so miserably?
I just I just give up. I could explain why it's called Halo. It's not cool.
No.
It's a ring world. You'll actually see if you scroll down in his project, you'll see. But he built the board. I say built the board. Essentially, the board was textured and grooved so that he had that nice rendered grass
Hopefully
effect.
I didn't disappoint Jerry here by not finishing.
Well, you know, he's still got a few weeks. But he has come back in after what always happens, which is people run out of puff or life gets in the way or just can't be arsed. And he's starting to build some of the terrain, which is, I mean, it's fucking massive. However, for playing a PvP arena game, it absolutely smacks of some of the buildings that you were playing in the old Halo game. And I've not played the new one that this is based on, but even just the original. So running up and down ramps and stuff like that. The fact he's got a 4x2, so he can max out space if he wants, means that that's not as obtrusive as it could be. And you can always stick bits and pieces on it. But it's nice to see he's still cracking away. I'll be fascinated to see where this goes in the long run as well. And there you go. There's the Halo. Now you know. I've given my first skill nomination. I think you'll find I've clicked 2 buttons there, computer. You're going to tell me I've given my first idea as well? No?
I'm not getting any notification of that sort.
You may have already pressed things. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, for 2 or 3 years now, I'm not getting any rewards anymore.
You lucky bastard. Lucky bastard. So yeah, I mean, if he gets more work done on it during the next few weeks for Train Fest, happy days. And if not, I mean, there's no time limit on it. As long as he gets it done, so I can see some battle reports, that's all I really care about. I'm a simple man. You can see the big computer rendered version of it down at the bottom. So there's the massive pylon coming up out of the ground.
This is not the mountain, this is the ring going in.
Yeah, but you see the big obelisk to the left?
Yes.
It's sitting on the base he's built.
Yep. With
the ramp going up on both sides, so hopefully you see a big chunky bit of polystyrene slapped on top, and then a ton of Aztecing done to it. Everybody loves a nice bit of Aztecing. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
no, it must have been reset because I got my first comment of 2025 on the 1st of January 2025 when I commented.
I need to check on later.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah.
Yes, Crispin, everybody loves nice as.
Yes. We've all been there.
That's just par for the course.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm going on a eclectic mix of small and big projects here. Just to
more or very far.
A new year.
Axis and Oaths. A mini giant.
Yes.
The one with the army of dwarves.
He has a really nice unit of his worm slayers, which are heavily converted slayer pirates. And again, that's a shocking amount of slayer pirates.
And just look at all the lovely hearts on their.
Yep. on their little bandanas.
Yeah, and all the tattoos he did on them.
I mean, at the end of October, I can't remember if we were here then. I think we were here before that.
Yeah.
But to mark the first anniversary of the project, he did a big army picture where he put everything out there and went all the sports were great. Please keep it up. It encourages me. I've got mad plans. So I'm down to find out what his other mad plans are. I mean, the fact that
He's going to put them outside and set the army on fire.
that would be a mad plan. The fact he's got his Slayer army is fucking insanity in itself anyway, of which I'm 100% on board. Look at the massive Chinook at the back, like, huh?
It's an impressive one, to say the least.
Oh, it's very tight.
It's a lot of axe-wielding lunatics.
It's a shocking amount of gingers. Coming at you.
Is it a Scottish convention?
Out of a bothy. Beards covered in shortbread crumbs. Oh, first tutorial nomination for 2025. There you go. Mm-hmm. That one worked.
Well,
but
that reminds me of
sheer majesty. Look at that. Look at this.
My wife gifted me for Christmas the art of what's his face? Paul Kitby for Discworld.
Oh, right. I've got a couple of those. Is it the nice hardback one with the
brand
Mona
new
Og on the front? Oh, it's the shinier new one.
Yeah, it's so lovely. It's so shiny.
They are. I try and avoid his website though, because he keeps selling original artwork on it. And you look at it and you're going, it's only a pencil sketch, but I could afford it because it's only fucking 600 odd quid. Something this big. Hell. And you're going, because I couldn't afford any of the fucking full color ones.
No.
You know, but I was going to say I couldn't justify spending that on a fucking pencil sketch, but I would love to have it.
And to imagine that Terry himself has more than one of his paintings up in his workroom is just...
Yeah. You're saying I should break into Terry Pratchett's house, steal his art? He's dead now. He won't miss it.
I'm just saying there's opportunity.
To be fair, he does owe me for giving him all his ideas. And I have that in writing from Terry. Signed as well. That's why I got him to inscribe in my copy of The Fifth Elephant. To Jerry, thanks for giving me all my ideas, Terry.
You shouldn't make that a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Even though you haven't been born when I first wrote this book, but thanks for giving the idea.
That was a fun day. We were so stoned by the time we got to see him. We were fucking baked. Absolutely baked.
I'm guessing you've seen the documentary of him when he went and revisited the gorillas, the orangutans. Sorry,
orangutans. Yes,
that's a heartwarming documentary.
The Dead documentary is good as well, where he's played by Dennis Pennis.
Oh, that one is still on my to-watch list.
Oh, well, it's a corker. He plays a very good Terry Pratchett, I'll tell you that.
We have been watching...
Jam! Hello.
Hello, Jam, it's Knutz. We have been watching over Christmas The Light of Magic. With Sam Gamgee.
Who? What? Who? I have no idea what this is.
You don't know the movie adaptation of The Light of Magic, Pratchett?
Oh, probably German translation there. Color of Magic, Light Fantastic. One of those.
My bet must be that one.
His first two books.
Yeah, where Two Flowers, the first tourist of the Discworld, comes across and shows everybody that he is a very poor man with only a couple of thousand gold coins.
Yeah, well, you know, we scrimp and see if that's what we do. No, I've not seen it. Then I've not really.
It's
every
a
night
nice
again.
one.
I watch some of them and I go, "That's not terrible," and then I watch other ones and go, "This is horrendous," and I hope everybody who was part of this dies in a fire. My favorite ones are the cartoons.
Yeah, they are great. Also, the live adaptation we watched has Tim Curry as Archmage.
Wilderness Girls. That Tim Curry.
Yeah, the one with going all sexy like in the horror show.
He would do. I mean, he would. Why would he not? Anyway.
Yes.
So yes, if anybody wants to just tell Mini Giant he's appalling, feel free. But at the same time, I want to see what else he's going to do, so encourage him. Maybe a gentle tickle under the chin will be encouragement enough.
Brian Blessed should have been Rid Collie. That would be a nice
that
choice.
would have been fucking great. That is exactly who you want. A big booming voice. Somebody who's constantly fucking disrupting everything.
Brian
Running
Blessed
around
is still
the
around,
place.
isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking too frightened to take Brian Blessed. Man who punched the Dalai Lama, for fuck's sake.
Oh, just make him read the books. Make Brian Blessed read Terry Pratchett's audiobooks.
Yes, I can see it now, birds. Oh boy. Jolly it up a bit. The guy from Waiting for God they got. Oh, I don't know who that is. Then, like I said, I've not seen any of them, so difficult to really.
Hawkfather is the other live adaptation that's decent.
I watched. What one did I watch that was slightly offensive, but not massively offensive? Going Postal.
Yeah.
But
I think
the character of Reach Your Guilt was shit in it.
I think Going Postal is a bit
Casually offensive. That's a good way.
Yeah,
of putting
because
it.
of the special effects for the golems.
Oh, but anyway,
Yes.
Ron Atkinson as the Bursar would be good. Brian Blessed just shouting at Rowan all the time. I can see that. Yeah,
That could be a stage show, just the two.
let's make that happen.
Start a petition! Speaking of petitions, here's Jefferson Powers doing things I done the previous year. Barroom Brawl. We actually played a game of it.
Yes.
Year.
Did you win?
Almost. Then I fumbled and our daughter took the lead.
Ah, you suck.
Yep.
So yes, Max's brother, the last entry for 2024, and I assume he's going to set this then to complete, so he can move on with his life and start the 2025 painting log.
Or he just renames it.
I seen Jill's. I didn't put that in the end, I don't think, Jill. But I did like the fact that you went through and went, here's what I planned for 2024. Here's where we ended up. Here's what I'm going to do for next year. It was a nice bookend to the year.
How did he get the lambs so straight? Mine are bent beyond belief. And
By the
even with
medium
water, they don't
water?
go back. No, they just go back again when they get cold after a few days. I still see his table is also very crooked as mine is, but yeah. The terrain isn't great. Let's put it that way.
It's not just good, it's good enough.
Yeah, it's suffice. Oh, look, baboos. How are your apes coming along?
My apes are pretty much done. You may actually see my apes on Sunday.
Oh.
Depending on who I'm in the XLBS with, whether or not Warren talks for half an hour.
Is Warren back on his feet again?
Well, I have no idea.
Oh, he said he was sick the last few days.
My done. I ignored everything that was going on in Discord that wasn't about me or toy soldiers up until Monday.
Which is a
Because
reasonable
I wasn't working.
request.
So that's how that works.
Only half an hour.
I imagine that's it.
Yeah, talented bastard he is. And his star schlockiness and what he's all done.
And the nice thing is, if I don't paint any of my stuff for Starslog, the fact that I pointed him in the direction of where he could find things like painting the baboons and shit like that. Actually, baboons. I could just go, here's a picture, Paul.
Imagine this.
Imagine if mine weren't just primed, but they looked like this.
Or you could just print them out and use cardboard tokens.
Oh, that'd be clever.
Glue them in front of your miniatures. Clever disguise, Mr. Bond.
That would be class.
I mean,
really like his,
people are used to play
Marauders as well.
against cardboard tokens, but I guess nobody actually ever tried to glue. This is what it should like. Just imagine.
So many good things. And I was watching Star Trek the Motion Picture, and I noticed the uniforms they had on the ship. So the Starschlocky Explorer Corps uniforms that had this weird sort of thing up the side, and I thought it was just like a decorative piece to make the uniforms look a bit different. But having watched the motion picture again recently, I realised it's just the Phase 2 costume. That's why it has that panelling up the side under the Oxters, which is really sweet. The minis are great. The game is fantastic. I wonder if I'll get it on camera. Might well do. And Jefferson's paint job is fucking stunning on them. I'm going to order some more.
Oh no.
They are pricey because it's coming from a small company in America. So, you know, it's not the cheapest. But then I was comparing them in price to Crooked Dice 7TV stuff, and they're not that much more expensive. And at least I know there's a consistency then for things like the Explorer Corps and shit like that. I still can't find any viable Buck Rogers figures. I have the heroes because they unlock the heroes in the Kickstarter, but not the Union troopers yet. Hopefully they'll come out at some point, but until then, Colonel Deering and Buck will just have to stay on the sidelines. And I also want Twiggy. Fuck you, Buck. It's mostly what he said.
What was the Professor Clock called again? Dr.
Theophilus? Dr. something I can't
some
pronounce.
Weird name.
It's a Greeky name. Dr. Theophilus.
They should do a rerun of that series. Not a remake, just rerun the series.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's cracking.
Put it on Netflix or somewhere where you can easily find it.
Crooked Dice have them? Really? Because I was fucking through every page of every miniature they made, looking for things I could steal. Like, I was looking at the Captain Scarlet figures going, I could use those for Explorer Corps security. So unlike the regular dungers and the scientific away party, I could actually have the ones with the caps on being the things.
Yeah, but I seem to remember that Peter said robot was a thing at Crocodiles.
Did not have a penis head.
Look-see.
You're just the worst. Absolute worst. Why would you even say that?
What? Penis head robot?
Penis. It's not penis head.
What's he looking? Okay, circumcised penis head, if you prefer.
I've got a ton of Mantic Mason Labs, but I need those for Dead Zone. I just want an excuse to paint up the Captain Scarlet Spectrum figures. So the only question
Science
would be:
section is way too big.
do I do them all as individual colours, or do I actually make them look like they're wearing a uniform?
Or do you do them naked?
There you go, that's easier. Crooked Dice Robots 2. Oh, it even comes with fucking Moffat. Where were you hiding, you little cunt, when I went through that bastard thing? Right, I'll just buy that now then. No, I won't. I'll buy it afterwards. Because then I can go get the for the Watchmen doodads. Cheers, Cheesy.
Muffet I had found, but not a penis head robot.
Call him that. Absolute fucking worst.
I am.
Shocking. Shocking.
I'm doing my very best.
Yes. So yeah, it's all good in the hood, and I can't wait to see the battle reports that will come forth from this as well. I was also wondering when it comes to sorry.
There's so much painted stuff in there. There should be a battle report.
Oh yeah, well no, he did say he's going to do one. The Robbie the Robot. He's got a flat. He's got a big cone head and flat front with the dials and stuff on it, and then nothing else. I'm toying with getting some form of plastic that I sort of vac form so I can make the clear cover. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. So time will tell. The alternative is I just fill it with resin and then I cut the resin to shape and sand it and polish it.
Yeah.
Which will work, but will be a load of time and effort. So anyway, yeah, it's nice to see what Jefferson's been up to.
No, Taurus, there's no Christmas star here. Hello, by the way.
He says that, but really he seems to have some sort of star blindness. It's like snow blindness when all you see is stars over your shoulder the whole time. Magi turning up to the front door at all hours. Bastards. What is Frankenstein anyway?
Have a look at Clear Space Helmet from Bombshell Mini, says Ewok Kebab.
I have, but they're not big enough for Robbie the Robot's frontage. I was looking at a lot of Bombshell stuff recently because I don't know if that company is still going to be doing physical miniatures. They seem to be pushing more into STLs and stuff now, which I'm not at home to.
No, Dave, I'm not the Messiah. According to a magazine, I'm the Enchanter of the Year.
Wow. Died made you Enchanter of the Year.
Somebody made up a People of the Year newspaper front page, and some bloke who once was a very famous actor called John Cleese reposted it and was very impressed about.
John Cleese. Same initials as that Jesus Christ fellow who's trying to steal his thunder. Blatant.
Goldfish bowls from Dollhouse Dollies.
No. Because again, scroll down till you get Robbie the Robot there. Because people might see the problem with these. It's not circular. He is Robbie the Robot from Forbidden Planet and that episode of Columbo, which was great. That's him. There's a full picture of him by himself a bit further down. There you are. So, yeah, it's not circular. It is elliptical.
It's like the tip of a biro.
It's like an egg. So, yes, time will tell what I come up with. Or, shock horror, I don't do anything. Who knows? Who knows how that'll go?
Don't they supply a thing like that?
No.
Oh, just having a quick thing. What about fake nails?
Fake nails, they could work, possibly.
If you use gel nails, almost the exact shape, just have a little bend.
The nails could work.
Yeah, or a nose cone from a World War II bomber, as Taurus says, also working, but that would be difficult to find the right size.
Well, yeah, and it would require me to buy full
kit. Or some kind of canopy for a jet fighter engine or something.
can of peas? What would I need
Yes,
a can
also
of peas?
can of pea.
You're weird, mister. I've just had a delivery from Amazon. What are the chances he's just left it lying outside despite the fact my porch is open specifically for him to put it inside?
I would say yes.
What a cunt. Anyway, yes.
Yes.
Time will tell what I come up with. I will muse on it. My mind is a world with radiant, swirling nodes of light.
Dog's a bit key.
So that's from Blazing Saddles. Ditto. You provincial putz.
So, who's going to take the mantle from Mr. Jefferson Powers, Esquire?
Oh, good old Jeffers, as they call him in France. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Oh no, Mr. Toad, the intelligent one. Yeah. He poked me with that.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Poked you with a stick?
With a large stick over on the face page going, I made another big project.
Well, he fucking lied then, didn't he? There's only 2 posts.
Well, when he poked me, there was only one.
Oh, it's doubled in size. 100% increase
Yeah, so
in postings.
there's that.
Obviously, anybody who's seen
Oh, wrong room.
his Stalingrad project will know when he does things, he tends to do them to extreme. So I would expect this to balloon out somewhat. At the moment, there is just a couple of videos in there. One for that Jag, which, as we all know from Otto Carius, was the worst piece of shit he ever had the misfortune of driving. And a panther term. I think there's a letter missing from that.
Where is there something spelled correctly?
Is it?
If you use the German pronunciation, Panther is correct.
Oh, there you go then.
Though he goes on with the English pronunciation.
He does the English as well.
Undecided.
AC/DC. Well, Jam, currently not, but I expect it to go that way, so I thought I'd let people know it's in the offing. So if you're interested in seeing where he goes with this, it's worth keeping an eye out.
Just be alarmed when he starts posting stuff again.
Yes.
This will get out of hand quickly.
It's one of those things.
I complained to him why always the Germans are on the losing side in his mega projects. That's unfair.
I'm trying to remember the last battle report he did. Because Helena and Stu game with him, so they've done some battle reports on YouTube channel. Although I can't honestly remember who won the last one. I have a sneaking suspicion Helena didn't. I think she ruled fucking appallingly. But I don't know who was playing what. I do know, but I just can't remember. Shall we put it like that instead? Anyway, so yes.
Shouldn't Mr. Toad only be doing projects that include gypsy horse-drawn caravans and cars?
Yep. Poop. He's like that. He is.
Well,
like that.
That's what you get for choosing such a username.
He's an interesting lad. And not dissimilar to the intelligent Mr. Toad as well. In that I'm pretty sure he lives in a hall not dissimilar to Toad Hall. Where he looks down on the peasants. Poot.
All these references. Are you getting them, kids? There will be a test later.
Of course the kids get them. Why else would they be here?
Night Runner.
All about
Continuing
references.
his lovely... what's it called? Wolf?
Could be. Could be a wolf. Cosmo
Canine,
wolf.
that's the word I was looking for. Bloody hell.
Canis. So yeah, more work on his Kings of War force. Although, I mean, the wolf's quite nice. We've all been there. We've all done that. We've all
Yeah,
done
but
a
why is
wolf
he
that's tiny.
walking on chocolate cake?
Because he just don't care.
Oh, okay.
Bring your cake. I'll fuck it right up. However, we're really here to have a look at what he's done with the Rune Wars golems.
Yes.
Because I have a set of these as well. In fact, I've got 8 of them, so I can run them as 2 hordes of stone earth elementals for my forces of nature / dwarves. But there are only 2 poses, so when you've got 8 models, 2 poses, and they're fucking massive, it does look very repetitive.
Yeah, I guess.
So he has done some amazing work.
Yeah, and when I got the notification for this project that he has done these things like all the greening stuff you see in this, I was
really panicked.
thinking, yeah, this is going to grab Jerry's attention for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'll go so far as to actually do it myself to any of mine. But certainly, again, it might be a picture shown to Paul. Go, look, imagine some of them looked a bit like this.
These now come along this line and slaughter your bits.
Yeah. Well, generally they stand in the middle of the board on an objective, watching the goblins fail to hurt them. That's what they do. Well, the trees come along the line and slaughter the bits. You could give throwing dogs to earth elementals. You give enough throwing dogs to people. Dave, do you need to give anybody else throwing dogs?
Why would you go give throwing dogs?
Because if you can give a unit throwing dogs, you give a unit throwing dogs. That's why.
Yeah, but why would you throw a dog?
Because it's hits on 4s, piercing 1. Doesn't matter if they're in cover or anything. It always hits on 4s. You just run up,
But
fuck
the
a load of dogs in
aerodynamics are
people's
way
faces. No, it depends on the size of the thing. But that's why the dwarven throwing dogs have got little harnesses with handles on their backs, so you can yeet them.
Somebody has put way too much thought into that.
Yes, that's the way to do it. But look at them. Look at their
Yes.
majesty.
Very impressive.
I would have the Rocky throwing guy in the front row, I think, just so people know what's coming.
Put him front and center, and
Yeah, doesn't matter if you're going to block what people are looking at, because let's face it, who cares? Look at the size of those fucking things. Dogs with
did
dog
you say
bags.
that's only 2 designs by default?
Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that if you see these.
No, indeedly.
He did do a stunning job of conversion.
Especially because it's a ship material to work with as well. It's rubber.
It does
Yeah.
look like the plastic that BattleTech minis are made of.
I've not cut into BattleTech Mini, but I can tell you it is a rubber. It's not PVC. It's not hard plastic. It's not HIPS. It's not ABS. It is a weird rubber. Like what a children's toy dinosaur would be made out of type of thing. So
That's even worse then.
it's a her. And considering they did these before they did Star Wars Legion, you would
Good
think...
arguments up.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
It
rumor
might be
has
similar
it
to the...
that the game was actually a test balloon for can we make a miniatures game?
That was my rumor why I started, and I still maintain that that's the only reason they did it.
Which isn't far off,
Yeah.
I think.
But you know how the Star Wars figures are?
The early models, yeah.
The early ones. They are that sort of weird rubber. You can bend them, twist them, shape them any way you want them, bop them upside the
I
head.
think that's something different you're thinking of.
Oh, is it a child?
Maybe.
Makes sense when you think about it.
No, they don't have the phalanx room. Oh. Why not?
Who doesn't have the phalanx rule? Oh, the guys with spears that he changed to swords. I'd have just left them as spears. Fuck them.
Yeah,
People
I'm
work it out
going
eventually.
to be very interested in where he's going from here now.
I'm interested in why he decided to do earth elementals.
Maybe just...
Because they'd have to be, I suppose they could be forces of nature. They don't have to be dwarf. Probably.
Or maybe he's building two armies and is not talking about the other one.
Yeah, because he's never really said. It's just there. Two hordes, blah blah blah. I did not see much difference in stats from normal large infantry. That's because they're not monstrous infantry, mate. That's why. Glad to help you. They are just large infantry. Unless you've been looking at lesser obsidian golems, which are monstrous infantry, but that's abyssal dwarves. You're doing an evil army. Is that what you're doing? Oh, you little minx. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. I will expect to see them all black with lava-like runes burning out of them. They would look good like that.
Yeah, but a little bit of shininess coming through the cracks.
And yes, in that case, they are monstrous infantry, and yes, their stat line isn't massively different, and yes, that really annoys abyssal dwarf players a lot. Suck it up, abyssal dwarf peoples. Yeah, the
People are the worst.
Mlemling on the
Blending,
floor
I
is
think
great.
he's talking about.
No, I think he's talking about it, but he's Mlemling. Exactly, like Melm. It is good. I do something similar using dark sea blue as the mix color between them. It's unusual.
I think he's cheating a bit with
Ray.
the straps.
Do you?
Yeah,
By having straps?
Well, it gives him a
Less
possibility to
verticate.
not blend all the colors all the time.
Absolute cheating.
Hello, Mr. Nitrona, welcome.
Ah, snow troll allies. They are indeed monstrous as well.
That explains the snow on top of the rock.
That's not a snowball, that is a boulder. That's just not been painted yet. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I would take fucking golems. Golems are earth elementals, possibly over snow trolls. Simply because, as I say, what's a snow troll like? They're only defense 5, aren't they? Yeah. They do have regen, which isn't terrible. They do have vicious. I suppose they're self-contained, whereas if you're taking golems or earth elementals, you're going to need a source of shambling surge to launch them into a battlefield, whereas the snow trolls can march, and frost or snow trolls have wild charge as well, so might be able to outpace dwarves.
Statues, he says.
Yes.
Looking forward to that battle report once you paint it all.
It's also 15, 18, aren't they? Waiver route value. So they're a point higher. They have their moments. They do have their moments. I've got 4 hordes of them in next door. Now, they make the Rune Wars golems look diverse in sculpts because there is only one fucking pose. So, yeah. Anyway.
Good on you, Mr. Nightrunner, on having that much patience of redoing all those sculpts.
Where's a GW of monstrous infantry? Manticores down. It's because they don't need them, mate. If they want to, they'll just put a horde of chariots on the table and charge. Which, by the way, if you're ever looking to use for a mammoth figure, you just go, that's my chariot horde. That fucking massive mammoth there on his 150 by 200 mil base. Oh, chariots are fucking amazeballs. And they're also one of the cheapest unlocks as well. Everybody else can go home. Me and Nightrunner are just going to talk about King's Order. Ogre chariots as an unlock are fucking insanely good. Boomer chariots are filth. Oh my god, they are so filthy. Making another unit of them? Oh, you should. I need to finish off mine. Just for my own personal amusement, more than anything else. Paul's not faced ogre chariots yet. He's just had to face my fluffy ogres.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's
I know
in
Paul
for supplies.
thinks. Well, he keeps thinking I bring filthy lists, and I don't. I bring suboptimal lists all the time. Dave would even tell you I play some shit lists because they just amuse me. But I've been meaning to finish off my conversions for my ogre chariots for a while now, and they are just delightful. It's like, what's happening there? Oh my fucking god! And goblin chariot horde, they're bad enough. Oh, ogre chariots are great. Absolutely fucking spanking gorgeous. So yeah, it's good. It's good times.
Why?
I think I've got ogre chariot behind me.
Nightrunner, why are you saying that Goran would remove projects? Did I miss something? Was there some kind of discussion again? Oh, complete, yes. Completion is allowed.
Oh, my sensor bearer. He was baseballs just before Christmas, since you'd fucked off to do something with family. Dave played his dwarves against Basslanes in Universal Battle, and I brought just a fuckload of paladins walking around, and then a couple of units of angels just to fly around the place, and 2 fire chickens. Why bring 1 phoenix when you can bring 2? Fire chickens did very little in the way of healing. They'd look at somebody and go, 8 dice of healing, you can have 1 health back. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. But they have my cheapest source of inspiring, a little sensor bearer I bought for like 55 points maybe. Plus like a 15-point upgrade on him, so he was like 70 points. Fucking held up a unit for about 3 turns. They just couldn't hurt him, and then when they did, they couldn't break his nerve. It's just like, that's hilarious. That's the funniest thing I've seen in my life. Your entire army has hit the speed bump of a tiny man, and you can't get past him anymore.
Your tank is stuck in the trench. You can't proceed.
Oh, it wouldn't even be like that. It's like your tank is stuck on, like trying to cross a barbed wire fence. Oh, it was good. It was good times. Anyway.
Speaking of defenses.
Yes. Why are we speaking about them?
I guess there's another project in the pipeline.
If you say so.
Perhaps.
I should cocoa.
Terrain! Dear Moser.
5 foot 6 inches of trench. Now done.
Is he
said.
playing Trench Crusade?
No, he's playing Whamster 40K.
Do you need trenches for Whamster?
Well, it depends. It depends whether or not you want your Imperial Guard to live. I had a friend used to play Imperial Guard with Space Marine allies, and he would make the Space Marines stand in front of the Imperial Guard on the grounds they had a better armor safe. He wanted to protect his Imperial Guard. So,
that's not how you play Imperial Guard.
It worked for him. It was good. Posty John. Do you remember Posty John? Did you know him? You would. You definitely would from Slayers. Anyway.
Look, proper sandbags on top. Looking all correct.
Not to be confused with tea bags. It looks like Blackadder's trench.
Indeed it does. So, somebody make a cup of mud.
With milk. I say milk. We ran out of milk 2 months ago.
Saliva.
Ooh, cappuccino. Do you have any of those chocolate sprinkles for the top? I'll see what I can do. Anyway. Now, this is quite a delightful project. He was asking at the very end of December, it's about a week ago, just over, that he's after feedback for his trenches. And when you get down, you'll see like a firing pit with a whole load of duck boards and stuff. I don't know if people want to feedback what they think. As far as 5 foot odd of trench system go, I think it's fucking fine. I wouldn't worry myself about changing that up. But maybe other people are more outspoken in their criticism. I don't know.
That's a very odd-looking trifecta.
That's trench covered in PVA, trench covered in grass, which means it's been there a while, I suppose, if that grass bank is built up. It's not just brown, in which case you might want to weather the wood down a bit further with a grey-brown dry brush. Could do that. So, see, giving feedback. If it's been there long enough for the grass to grow over your embankment, then maybe it's time to weather your wood. Well, I did like it. It's it'd be really good for something like Trench Crusade.
Yeah, I can see that.
You just
Shame
then
it's
run
only
into the
a
problem.
ones and zeros project.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's painting the stuff. Yeah, so you run into the problem, obviously, with any trench board. And how do you play a game that encourages both sides to actually fucking fight, and not one side just to sit in their trench and shoot the shit out of the opponent?
Give the other side a huge fucking gun that can blow the trench to pieces.
So Battlefield from 16 was basically all ground. Yeah, so 2 years worth of weathering then. Did anybody take colour pictures of those trench sections for us? That's the real problem. This is it. Fucking so caught up in their own lives. Oh, look at me, I'm in a war. Oh, I've got trench foot. None of them think about taking colour pictures for references for us. Fucking bastards.
That's why we need to invent time travel to go back and take accurate pictures.
Yes. And then just laugh at people. Not do anything. Don't help them in any way.
No, that's not allowed because of reasons.
Paradox.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Just go back, take some pictures, maybe take some samples.
We'll all be over by Christmas, then chuck them.
We're not saying what Christmas year. Yeah, but that's a lovely project. 5 foot. That's I think if you put it on the long side of a table, that's not that much, is it? If you use trenches for both sides, I guess.
Well, 150, 165 centimeters ish.
Yeah, but you need about half of that only on one side. So
Anytime I ever played any game that required fortifications, they always specified you should play on a smaller board with less figures, because the impact of the fortifications mean that your casualty rate is significantly lower. And if you play on a standard, you play your standard game on your standard board, you're there forever. So you don't play on a 6x4, you'd play on a 4x4 or 3x3, and you don't play 2,000 points, you'd play 1,200 aside or whatever it is.
And now
you
add
scale
that to the usual time you need for a game of 40k.
Yeah, well, not just 40k, literally any game that ever had a siege-like fortification scenario, they always go smaller board, less stuff, even down to Flames of War 15mm things. Smaller board, less stuff.
Small bird.
The board is the ward. No? Is that not how that goes?
Nah, I think so. Maybe, perhaps.
You shut up now.
Shut up.
12 foot of trenches is so you can do 6 foot on each side of the board. That is the best way to run a trench game, though.
Run around the board.
Just make the entire board trenches. Yeah. Everybody's in them.
And then don't make a war game. Make it a sport game and call it Trench Run.
Oh, you can't run, not with trench foot. You just limp around the place.
Mr. Blower of the Horatios. Again, thank you, mate, for all the lovely Christmas giftings, you mad lad.
He's a terrible, terrible bastard, isn't he? I look forward to all of the projects being completed by the other members of Breasts of War. Owlbear?
Cocaine Owlbear.
Oh, even better.
Deluxe Snowblind Edition. It's an adventure.
Well, it would be, based on an owlbear getting his beak into a load of coke.
Yeah, magic coke and be getting sentient while at it, and now planning a heist to get more of that magic coke to stay sentient.
What was the thing they said when that bear found the cocaine? It got its nose into the coke, ate a couple of kilos of it, and then died 10 minutes later. But for that 10 minutes, it was the apex predator on the planet.
I can imagine, yeah. That's a scary thought.
I think I've seen your trench stuff, actually, Ewok. Just being facetious, as is my wont in life. But anyway. Do.
Yeah, Horatio.
So.
Mad lad that he is. Look, he even does 40k occasionally.
Well, this is it. That's one of the reasons why we're here. Not just the 40k, although it is quite nice. The wacky monsters and the like. This is one that I think we've skipped over a few times. Had been in here when he was doing a load of terrible dry undead and his ghost bear stuff.
He gets minus 5 million points for using a dice tower.
Dice towers are great. I have a assemblable one. It's an acrylic dice tower that folds. You unpiece it, store it flat, put it in your bag, take it to somewhere. Because as anybody's ever seen me roll dice, they tend to go everywhere, mostly off the fucking table. I didn't get past the first 3 pages of a War Transformed, so I can't really say what it is, but I assume it's as horrific as the book I've read so far. this? A war transformed. By Friedrich Silbern Slater. First 3 pages, which is contents page 1, contents page 2, contents page 3. I've got spoilers for you. Your next 2 pages are also contents. Yeah. Don't know how frightening that is. Well, at least you're prepared now.
Imagine having a book, having the index in front and not in the back.
Well, it doesn't have an index, it's just got contents. Context and index are similar but different. Don't worry, you'll never find anything when you're looking for it in a game.
Nah, it's like they index all the words you'll never look for.
Yes, that's true.
I can't remember. Was this a computer game or was this a toy? I think this was a toy, wasn't it?
Dinobots.
No, Dinobots are Transformers. That's something different. Dino Wars?
Could be something. I know
Dino
Bot Wars,
Riders, it says in the title. Stupid
there
me.
you go. I know Bot Wars made a bunch of dinosaurs in a not dissimilar way. Because I have them.
But have they tiny aliens riding them?
No, they've got tiny Russians riding them.
Oh, that's even worse.
See, what happened was the Russians rebelled against their kind alien overlords and stole the ooze and used it to grow dinosaurs that they then put mad tech on as they rebelled. Bloody Russians. Oh, you've got Leviathan.
A tiny Leviathan.
Leviathan from the Atlanteans.
And I even
Well,
cleaned the mold lines.
Oh, well done you, son. I'm trying to remember, why have you got that? Because you don't have Atlanteans, do you?
It was a competition in the Bot War face page group, and Anthony said, yeah, the post with the most likes will get a prize from me. And for some odd reason, I got the most likes.
Wow. Wacky fun. Of course, it won't be long before we hit February, at which point there'll be the paint everything every day for the Bot War all the time. Bot.
Yeah, actually, he did the post today of...
Did he?
Yeah.
I think the multi-award winning Moonstone post for February went out today as well.
Yeah, so it's 14 models in 28 days.
14 models in 28 days with my reputation.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Hence, I said, have fun, guys.
Has anybody seen Rumbly yet?
Yeah, he did post that in
Can anybody
in the
tell
Discord.
Tell him he doesn't have to do more than 14. He can stop.
You can
just
stop
do the
at
14.
any time.
Just
leave
make
some
the rest of
minis
us,
for other people's.
yeah, make the rest of us feel slightly better about ourselves failing. Outrageous, absolutely outrageous. Anyway, amateur space sales for Giftmas would be interesting. I look forward to seeing the plans.
Oh, James, yeah, that's the point. I got that quicker than my Mercenaries Kickstarter pledge, which is still somewhere, not in my hands.
Though? I know technically they say it is.
Yeah,
But is it really?
I'm not believing them anymore. It's just
I wouldn't.
I feel they are using stock to fill up orders for US.
That would be my guess.
So
Get Gundam assembled before you get that pledge.
that's a very likely possibility, depending on how quickly Bandai is releasing that. And as I've said on other occasions, and way back when X-Wing was launched first, the GunPla stuff looks so nice. I think even just collecting the miniatures, if they're not too expensive, would be an interesting thing to make little dioramas.
Thankfully, I am immune to that.
I'm imagining John is currently burning mentally.
No.
Well, he decided at his own admission, against Krieg for 40k to start Lord of the Rings, and now there's a Gundam miniatures game coming.
Yeah, but when is it coming? Did they not say there'll be more information in Q1? So
Yeah.
I imagine it may not even make it to fucking release this year, or it might be late on in the year.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure, because somebody found out that they actually also are doing a card game with accompanying miniatures that look almost the same, and that already has got pricing and delivery dates. So,
Oh, right. Interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if that thing is already made ready to just be pressed and printed, but I'm not getting my hopes up now.
Like I say, thankfully, I'm immune to it because I have absolutely no interest in Gundam at all, even from an aesthetic point of view. It does fuck all for me.
Yeah,
So I can save money on that, thankfully.
I'm also still waiting on when Armored Clash is releasing Empire.
It's Germans.
Yes.
But Empire's out already, mate.
Yeah.
The Imperium.
The Imperium. Names.
It's the Empire's the little Chinaman.
The Imperium! Now it's not the Prussians. But they have nice tongs.
Do they?
Yes.
I've not seen any. Last thing I was looking at was their Kniggets. The Teutonics.
I'm waiting for that announcement, which should be around the corner, I feel.
Well, they've just done Union.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Union and the Imperium was more or less the same time.
Might be the same quarter. I'm fairly certain I know what's next, and I'm fairly certain it's not Imperium.
We will see.
I don't know whether or not they've said, but I think it's the Enlightened. So, anyway.
Gorka! Doing the wrong Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, he's doing Star Wars Crisis Protocol. Look, there's that fella from that one episode of the Baby Yoda show.
And the animated cartoon series.
Was he?
Yes.
Still remember him in Rebels.
I think he has been in many series by now.
Well, I know him from the Baby Yoda show. But look, we're a Sing. Jedi Hunter.
Oh, that tiny little lovely robot. Is that the bot previously known as Prince?
Could be. Could be that. You see many Chadra fan kicking around.
Well, speaking of seeing, have you watched the Star Wars Goonie version, Star Wars Skeleton Crew?
Nope. I only discovered the other day that it existed.
It's good. It's
on a scale of, let me think, on a scale of the Book of Bubbly Feet to Andor, where is it falling on that?
I'd say it's slap out in the middle.
The middle?
Because the main characters are children.
Best.
It's a children's story, and you feel it in every way. But at the same time, the writing is really good.
Right. Well, that is a novelty, considering what they fucking shot out recently.
Just as an example, you have certain tropes within almost everything that is Star Wars movie or TV series, and you expect certain things to happen in a certain way, and the kids are not having any of it.
Well, that should be at least more interesting than fucking
Just imagine having
half of the things they put out.
Goonies in space, which this is literally the case, because it's about space pirates and a treasure.
Are they being chased by the Fratellis? That would be good.
Something to that degree, yes, they are actually.
Joey pants and a
It's
appalling wig.
It's a nice, relaxing watch. It's a proper children's Star Wars delight.
I'll wait until it's finished, and then I'll borrow from the internet.
Yeah.
See if I can make it through more than the Acolyte. Oh, it was shit. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It made the Book of Bubbly Feet look really good, actually. Let me change my scale. The Acolyte to Andor.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going.
Oh, Book of Bubbly Feet was balls, but it was a shining bit. It was fucking Oscar-worthy in comparison to that. I temporarily blanked the Acolyte from my mind. I completely forgot it existed. Then I remembered the power of one. The power of man.
Yeah.
Oh,
the most funny thing, and maybe that's just because I'm German, for the teaser trailer, they used an old 80s German song, but they translated it into Star Wars language.
Right.
So there's Major Tom being played with unspeakable lyrics.
Right. Okay.
Have a look at the teaser trailer. No, it's not by the Hoff. Major Tom. It's actually called just Major Tom.
See, every time you say Major Tom, all I can hear is David Bowie. Presumably, that's where he learned or got the name Major Tom from.
Could be
during his
original
Berlin phase.
Yeah, Ground Control. The original song was called in German Völlig losgelöst.
Well, it would do, wouldn't it? Anyway.
Yes.
Where were we?
Getting back to Gorko, his lovely paint jobs on terrible miniatures by a company that can go and bite my ass.
He is a talented bastard.
Yes, I think we've said that sometime in the past, but I feel it bears repeating.
Yep. Once or twice.
At least.
But there's some really nice figures in there. And maybe it's just because you don't see them so often. So like Barasofi and stuff like that. Oh look, there's those terrible ones from the Acolyte. No, she was from Obi-Wan. Oh, they're just fucking starting to blur. Why do they just keep pumping out shit all the fucking time?
I can't tell you. I wish I could, but I can't.
Oh, just do less, but make it fucking good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next season of Andor.
Yep.
Just have a nice, relaxing watch again.
It's just nice to see a fucking TV show with a story.
Yeah, and a pacing that's really relaxing and enjoying. Like, we discovered an Amazon show that has been running for some time now, which is relaxing. Carnival Row.
Oh. Season 3 was due, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were going to stop it all, and then they said they're going back and Series 3 is coming. But I don't know if that's still happening now.
I don't think so, because I read a Wikipedia entry on it, and yeah, it's two seasons, and that's it. Which would be a shame. It's a decent watch.
Yeah, it's a bit Shadowrunny. Not Shadowrun. Oh fuck, it'll come back to me.
Call of Cthulhu?
No, God no. Because it's all
steampunk?
Yeah, I suppose like a...
Well, it's Victorian.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
like I was going to say James Bond, but that's not what I meant.
Orlando Bloom said he wouldn't do it anymore. You would think he'd be fucking crying out for somebody to give him a steady paycheck. Series 2 was a bit rushed. Might have been. Who can say for certain?
Can we move on? I'm tired. I'm getting really depressed looking at all those gorgeous paint jobs that Gawker is doing. Bloody hell.
Yes. Go on then. I will say anybody who wants to see some superb skin work should check that project out. Especially Mace Windu.
The Windy Mace.
Yeah. He does look great.
Alfonso is a traitor, but why? We don't know. He just makes tiny little men.
Well, this is the completion of his massive Samurai project, but really why we're here is because
Of the cognac.
no, he's painted up the command section from War Games Atlantic, which I don't think is out yet. So now I'm curious.
How does that work?
Well, my guess would be that Hudson seen his paint job of some of the other stuff on the Facebook and then potentially sent him this early so we could have a shifty at it, because I know it's gone into tooling, but yeah, the command sections are absolutely fucking gorgeous, and 10 mil as well. Can't stress that enough. Fucking tiny, and they just look absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's a smashing project, Redvers. Absolutely fucking gorgeous.
So tiny. Just look at them. How tiny they are.
Yes.
You can almost feel that he's keeping himself from painting eyes.
No. Click open. See, there's one with a blue banner and a red banner. Large painted ones. It's one of the very first ones you'll come to in the project. Go up.
First from top down or from...
Yep. See that one on the far right? Click on that.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yes. Didn't stop himself from painting eyes in 10 mil.
Fucking lunatic.
Just had to point that out. I wouldn't want people to think we were glossing over. Anyway.
Oh, God. Some people's talent is just appalling. Gods.
I'm intrigued by his plan for the rules then. Because as he said, this is the Arby's done now. All he has to do is write the rules to go with. I also like the fact he told people to get a decent pair of cutters and stop complaining about breaking pikes on them, which is much nicer than what I said in my unboxing, where I called them cack-handed, and much nicer than what me and Hudson said to them on Facebook.
Yeah, it's that's something I can absolutely 100% get behind. Get a decent set of clippers, like he said, with a just one blade, and the other side is flat, so it's just pushing down on one side. It just works that much better.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It would be easier for Lloyd to paint eyes in Heroic 10.
Nobody does Heroic 10.
Oh, have you noticed, if you have watched this section of Lloyd showing off his stuff, that
Yes.
he lied blatantly?
He always lies. Which lie in particular?
He said, "There's no Rome here," when interviewed by Ben. And later, when he showed off his stuff, there was Rome in there. Bloody liar.
Well, there was none in my room.
Yeah, but he didn't say there's no Rome of Gary's here. He said there's no Rome here. Maybe he meant there's no room here. It's all packed and stuffed, and I need to get stuff out.
Shocking. Absolutely shocking. That counts as a pun these days.
I laughed way too hard when Shay asked, "Is this my Rome now? Do I need to make American Civil War?"
It's Confederacy. Not saying yes.
Yes.
It definitely is.
Yes,
but
and also paint them. If he paints them at any point this year, he'll be quicker with his American Civil War than Lloyd is with Rome, so he's already winning.
I think he's not a million miles away from getting some of them done. Because he was asking me about basing the other day. And I went, remember all those bases I bought and then give you enough to do your regiments? That's the base sizes we're using. Just put them on the bases I've handed you.
He was talking about repainting them.
Well, you know. He'll get there. Who knows?
Eventually. He has the benefit of being the youngest on the team, so he actually can outlive everyone.
That's very true.
In theory.
Who knows how that'll go? Who knows how that will go?
Maybe he'll start working on cars like John is doing and will get himself in an accident.
Could be. He's much more likely to pull something at the gym. You know, he won't be able to do any painting or whatever because he'll have ripped all his fucking tendons in his bicep. His hands just dangling there. I can't complain about Lloyd or make fun of Lloyd being surprised by what he's got because I seen pictures of Indians yesterday and I was like, oh, they're gorgeous. And they went, hang on a minute, I bought this guy's entire catalogue. Where the fuck are they? So I still haven't found them yet. They've put them somewhere nearby. They'll be in a box.
You would think with all the resources of the project system, you would have catalogued your stuff a wee bit better.
It's not even a case of cataloguing. They arrived while I was doing a big project for the studio. Literally, I was sitting there, I had a ton of stuff to do, and a box arrived, and I opened it and went, ooh. And then I went, they're really nice. I may have posted in House Water, #BestHouse. These have arrived. And then I put the box away and got back to the thing. And then that's it. So that was September, October, something like that. Must have been September.
I feel everybody knows that
feeling,
opening boxes, being surprised of the contents. And that's why I did a very German thing last time I cleaned up my hobby space. I started adding labels.
I mean, that only works if I have the time and inclination and space.
Well, the space is the same as without labels.
Yeah, but if things are packed into boxes,
yeah, that's...
then the label is bigger than the box lid. You know.
I get the point. That's nothing that can happen to me currently.
What Mantic cars, Jill? Are they the resin ones? Or the plastic ones? I've got a load of the plastic ones. I never got the resin ones that they did for the Kickstarter for The Walking Dead, which is a real shame because they were nice.
Maybe they will redo them with a release.
They won't because they were done via a company and that company went under a while ago, so I don't know who currently has them. Walking Dead plastic ones. Walking Dead plastic ones are good enough. They're also delightfully hollow. And if you buddy it up with the flatbed truck from Mars Attacks, that's another one, although it's a multi-part kit, which is weird. Anyway. So yes. Need to know where you got the command from, how you got the command. Is it 3D printed? Did it send you the 3D printed version? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Huh? What's going on? Huh? Tell me. Tell me.
Need to know.
Okay.
We're on a need to know basis.
We are. Why else would we be here? Who knows? Certainly not I, said the little redhead.
Where? Who's talking? Oh no, what is that?
It's hobbyception. Look at us. Helping people. And by helping, I mean telling him his delightful felt hat shouldn't be metal, thus forcing him to go back and repaint something he thought was finished. It is, of course, Doug the Fug and his lovely Saga-based late Roman force. So, color-coordinated hats.
Green.
I mean, why not? They are, after all, coloured felt. Be whatever colour he wants them to be. In this case, he's chose to colour coordinate, so you can easily look down and go warrior or levy, depending on colour of their tops, which is good for your opponent as well, because they know which ones to kill first. Yeah. But the most important thing is, soon after correcting him, he then finished the army again for the second time. So project's all done. Doug has sorted his saga and now has a full Roman Snake over the house force. Oh, squeeze me.
But now the important question, will he do battle reports?
Oh, I can't imagine so. Can't imagine so.
Because he doesn't play, he's only painting.
I know, I'm sure he plays. He just torments me with his lack of battle reports.
Or it would be even worse when he does battle reports and then never writes them down.
Is there an optimal loadout for GCPS Strider? Not really, because it depends what you're facing. You know, do you need to punch through a ton of armor, or do you need to do a load of damage because you're being sort of swarmed? I've got the beamy weapon, but I do quite like the Ajax Strider. I want to say is the one with the lance, in case you need to get into melee with some sort of massive plague abomination and kick the ever-living fuck out of it, which is a good way of doing it. But the basic Strider with gun is good enough.
People talented doing talented work. Oh.
I also like the fact that it gives you the opportunity to stretch your neck. That's good. Has he done one in the other direction as well, so you stretch it in both directions?
Sadly, no.
Oh, forever only stretched in one direction. What a shame. What a shame.
Indeed.
That's a really nice little project.
Magnets, here we go then.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got the time and effort, it is the way to do it. I looked at things like that for my Iron Ancestors and then decided I couldn't be fucked. I will build them in one way, and I will just live with the fact that I don't have all the options available. And I don't care. Sometimes you just got to go.
And at some point in the future, you might regret your decisions.
No, I won't. There he is. Couldn't give a fuck. He's very happy with whatever ridiculous weaponry I've given him. Magma cannon. Punched fist. It's all about the punchy fistings and the magma cannons. So yes.
Speaking of mighty cannons, oh, something bit me.
Welcome to my spaceship, Mighty Hercules. Ho, ho, ho.
See, this is more tiny.
This is Armored Clash, here to abuse you.
Is it Clash? Wrong Clash.
More people doing more tiny things. Didn't expect the Scots to have green tam with shanters on them, though.
One is doing 10 mil eyes. He does lenses.
Yep.
Fucking mental people.
Yeah. I think the Union Jack is slightly incorrect, though.
Is it though?
Yeah. The red saltaire isn't symmetrical.
Well, then I will
You'll have to
be
read it.
enjoying that fact that he got that wrong.
Yeah.
12 inches long lent train.
Yes.
Choo choo puff puff.
It is indeed. That's a weird one. Because it could get bigger or smaller. Fuck. Christ on a bike. I do like that from a gaming point of view.
And he also did magnetize the joints.
Yep. Magnetizing it's really simple. If they included magnets with the kit, I would have done it.
Oh, nice. Didn't
They
know that.
didn't. Nope. If they included magnets with the kit, I would have done it.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't, and I'm not using my own magnets for it. I've only got hundreds, but they're mine. So that's how that one goes. But I really like the fact that he's not gone with the standard pale blue Union in the same way that he went with a slightly different color scheme for the crown. So the sort of khaki and red affair for the crown vehicles still has that colonial British feel, but without being just a straight replication of the box art. Likewise, this sort of more steely grey.
I do like his fire effects he does on the mighty engines.
Should be green and be called Ivor. But how are we going to get Ivor out of the valley? That time Ivor got snowed in. That was a good episode. Couldn't get up the slight incline. Actually, there wasn't a slight incline, it was a proper hill, because the idea that trains only really run on a flat was ignored. Found a plot hole in that episode of Ivor the Engine. It was good times.
Yeah,
Who would have thought the engineering for a cut-out fucking kid show would not have been up to snuff. He's even got a battle report in there I would like to put out, by the way.
Yeah, in the form of a video.
Yeah. But it's still there.
We just scroll past
Proper
that.
battle report.
Which reminds me, I just got mail today that the generic, quote-unquote, Armored Clash / what's the other name, came in the same universe with the ships.
Boats, Dystopian Wars, the boat game.
The houses that we can see in the background are back in stock at my retailer.
The houses in the background are back in stock. How very dare they?
Wasn't there a dragon in the engine?
There was a dragon in one of the episodes, but lived in the mountains.
Oh, look, dice in a tray.
You've got to ground your TV show. I mean, having a dragon, you can suspend your disbelief for that. It is Wales after all, and therefore they have dragons. But a train running up a big incline like that, I mean, I know they do it in some Alps tracks, but those are all set up specifically with like a ratcheting gear system to facilitate the engine going up.
Yes, Saladbar.
Did the baby dragon live in the firebox? I blanked that. I remember the dragon being in the mountain, but I can't remember living in the firebox. Maybe I'll have to go and rewatch them all.
Oh no, I spotted mold lines.
Did you?
the center. Going all across.
It's a seam. Because those are two halves that glue together.
Even worse. You
Yeah.
could have just puttied them.
Shocking. Considering the amount of mold lines he cleaned off. Missing that one's terrible. You go ahead and take off the skill for that.
I do like the design, and his paint jobs just add. That's insult on injury.
I think I've already... He has listed it in Discord, in the share your projects bit. I think he may have put it in here as well, because I did just go, I plan on stealing that for the studio army. Because I can't actually steal your army, because I think you'll see me coming. So he did list how he was doing them. It's just like, John, this is how we're going to paint the studio army. Anytime you want to start painting them like that, John, you go right ahead.
And John is just looking, staring at the void.
Yeah, you know. What else is he going to do this time?
Fixing his car, obviously.
Yeah, he can't do that when he's in work.
You can't? Oh, that's a shame.
Yep. A terrible bastard in that regard.
He did just finish his table.
I have no idea. I've been off.
We haven't seen much of Armored Clash recently.
Is that because it's been Christmas?
What's Christmas? Oh, was that why I had
happy,
2 weeks
happy
off?
gift giving, as they call it in China. No,
Oh,
Japan. They all look alike.
That explains why I wasn't at work for 2 weeks. Probably. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
See,
Yes, Elmir. Great job. You
need to pay attention.
Knund. Please send your finished miniatures to me.
Oh, he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm afraid he won't. Rich! Uh-oh. I'm scared about this project. I don't know why.
It was Christmas.
The candy canes are giving me the spookies.
You start with spoopies. You start with what I presume is some sort of fever dream LSD AI artwork of a Christmas land. And then you end up going, I'm going to make candy cane forest bases.
Why?
Because it was Christmas. He wants to do a Christmas elf village for one-page rules fantasy skirmish game. And therefore, he's taken inspiration from that mad AI art. I think it's fucking genius.
Do I really want to go down until we hit the AI art? Will you?
You've already passed it. It's it's the banner for his project.
I ignore banners most of the time.
Please pay attention, 007. It's like some sort of eaten mess. Dripped over everything.
It looks more like somebody put out a lot of toothpaste more than candy.
Sure. Like Aquafresh.
Yeah, or whatever they are called. Too many red, white striped
That's what you do.
space around.
How else would you get your peppermint candy canes? Look at them. I do think manoeuvring units through those is going to be a complete horlicks.
Add rain and they will just glue to the trees.
It's too cold to rain, don't worry. Snow.
When sweaty hands touch the candy canes, they stick.
But they're not actual. They're decorations.
Yeah, but in game when the miniature comes around.
Oh, you mean give them a rule?
Yes.
Like instead of difficult terrain on a 1, you're stuck
Yes.
to the candy cane tree.
If any
So-
of your miniatures has a diabetes type 2, it dies instantly.
Oh, poor Wilfred Brimley. Diabetes. I do like the idea of coming up with a fantastical Christmas winter wonderland just for the sheer fucking insanity of it.
Yes. Not sure if that makes a good table playing in the summer, but winter is coming again sometime, and Christmas probably too.
Yeah, who knows? If his elf army is themed, then it makes a perfect table for it any time of the year.
The elves that come on shelves,
I don't know. I hope so.
surfing on shelves into battle.
I mean, time will tell. It could be some sort of twisted Zinchian fucking world anyway. Full of mad dogs changing shit.
Oh god, can you imagine? Yes, sadly I
The
can.
the horrors of chaos writ large in delicate pinks, pastels, and candy canes.
The only thing missing is Marshmallow Puff Man.
Oh, good old Stay Puff. I'm sure he'll be there. I'm sure he'll be there.
The Egg, 2nd February 1976. What the hell are you talking about, Doros?
Working out where the dragon was.
Okay. Mr.
Is-
Dinwiddie doesn't have an idea what... Oh, I'm not going to read that.
So
That's
the
good.
dragon was only introduced late then, or later. That's all right. So I'm not completely mad. I remember the dragon, but I didn't remember the dragon being there all the time. Paint Northern Lights in Christmas colours. Oh yeah. I mean, why would it not? They've all got big furry hoods and stuff on them. I could just see them all done up in red. Fuck, you know about it if the Northern Lights come charging at you like that. Shit your eyes up.
Moonstone. Yeah, Mr. Stew is really running.
Yeah. This is the continuing build for his multi-award winning Moonstone table. Some of which we've been seeing bits and pieces of work on for a little while now. But he's really got the core of the board down and put together.
At some point,
And even in a position where it stores.
At some point, he needs to stop making stairs. I feel.
Oh, I don't. I absolutely love that because it has a real nice dimensionality to it, where you can go almost like Henson's Labyrinth. You know, you can go upstairs and down Dale and run all over the place. It has that overgrown. This is Moonreach, presumably. He has some pictures of where he's got his inspiration from, but I really just love the work that's been put into this.
Yeah, it's astounding.
It'll be fascinating to see where the buildings go as well, because he's starting to get those on. Some printed by Fred with the ones and zeros, but he's also working on scratch-built things as well. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's getting late. Mystery packet. Oh no.
Yes, I believe it's a box. That wasn't that big of a mystery. I don't know why I was so confused. See it from here. Big cardboard box.
Oh, trees.
Yes. Working his way through weird wacky trees. You two can make little creepy things, add creepy creepers to them, have them all over the place, festooned on your board. But the overall look and the modularity of the setup, meaning that you can have these huge sections that can be shrunk down or removed or swapped around on the board, gives it ton of replayability to it. I absolutely love this.
Yeah, it's
Bye-bye, Cheesy.
bye, Dutch. It's even though it feels like a massive and gargantuan project, the way he's sectioned things off, I think there's something to take away for everybody. Not only the lunatics that are building terrain via the medium of single foam stones.
Yes.
Who would do such a thing? That's madness.
It's fucking
What?
great. It's when you hit the point a little bit further on, where he starts putting different displays together. You know, here's the board with this layout, here's the board with this layout, here's, you know, just showing just how different it looks when it's all sort of put together. He was doing a Secret Santa thing as well. He wrapped up 3 war bands and then him and his friends did them. But this, I think, shows just how neat it is.
Yeah, and even though it's a small-ish board, it doesn't look too crowded, and I'd love to play a game on that.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, like I say, if you do think it's too crowded, if you're playing a 3-player game, for example, you could take some of the bits and pieces off, mix and match them in some other way.
Yeah, I think the modularity of that table will, in the long run, have so many advantages that it'll make up for the work he had put in.
Now I just need to see the final battle report after him and his 2 friends did their Secret Santa thing. So there's a pirate, a gnome, and a no, it's 2 Dominion fairies. I think were the other one actually. Fairies, gnomes, and pirates are the 3 war bands that they're starting with. So each got 1. Yes.
Blood magic.
Yeah, so fairies up top.
The
Pirates below.
Enclave.
And then gnomes. Oathbreakers with what's that? Billy and friends.
Rune fated.
Oh, it's just gone full Norse dwarf.
Outlanders. Rune fated. Black powder. Can't read that. British Biles.
Bilge.
Okay. Blood magic. The Enclave. That's a lot of boxes.
Well, it's only 2 per. It's like I say, they were split up into the relevant 2 boxes and then packaged and blindly picked, so they didn't know which ones they were going to be cracking open and starting with.
Interesting concept.
Well, keeps things fun. Stops anybody complaining that they got a shit gang. Didn't know what was picking who. Although, as we know, there are no shit gangs in the multi-award winning Winston.
They are not?
Nope.
Are they well balanced?
Yep.
That's a novelty.
That's why if I want to take 6 giants, I can take 6 giants. And it won't make it any easier to win.
We win. We made it.
Go
To the
Tabas. Well done. First in 2005.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. And another thing that feels good, 2 subscribers short on YouTube for the 400.
Wow.
So there's no stopping me now.
Unlimited power, you say?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe, perhaps, eventually.
You could start putting adverts into everything now, can't you?
No, there's still the weird. You need to have that amount of hours watched within a certain time period, and I'm not getting that at all.
Oh, seems very complicated.
Yeah, it is. And the worst thing is, YouTube can put ads in if they want. I can't stop them. Which is appalling.
Yes. That was part of the terms of service change. Where they told everybody. Oh, I remember. I think that's when I deleted my YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's... no, I think you deleted your YouTube channel because they started... that's the point. They started to force you to watch ads. And they started to block ad blockers, which are still working.
No, this was before that. The change in terms of service was you can monetize your videos, and if you don't, YouTube can monetize your videos.
Yeah.
And you can send the matter. That was before they brought the ad blocker thing in. Because I had a channel of my own that.
I do remember the U-boat videos.
Yes.
And I think there was also a tutorial on how to use flicking paint on rocks to make moss and lichen.
Could be.
Though that I might confuse that with an Jerry Can, an early episode.
No, I did the Jerry Can much later.
Anywho, all the 2.5 users still watching, thanks for being here. YouTube users usually don't get this far in the video, so...
Oh no, I imagine they've all fucked off by now.
I hope to see you lot next week again. I'm going to take a tiny nap, and
it's a good plan. I'm going to go and get my package from the front door before it gets stolen, because it's been sitting there for 2 hours.
Oh no. Then you better run.
Yes.
Hello, Nick. Goodbye, Nick. See you next week. Bye.